Hey guys, Peeker's Advantage bringing you another video. We got Maui Snake again, and we're back and we're doing another Pickems video. Guaranteed diamond Pickems. I told you this last time. If you did the Pickems, you would have you definitely would have got diamond. Alex, what happened? What happened with yours after we made the video? We did the Pickems. What did you do? Tell everybody what you did.
I believed in NIP magic. After we finished talking, I thought to myself, man, like last time NIP didn't have the best form either going into the major, but they somehow made it through, and I was like, they might just win a game. But as we've
But
all
they
been
let you
witness
down.
to, they didn't. They
Yeah.
didn't win. They didn't even get close to winning a game.
All right. Well, this time, if everybody sticks to these pick'ems, it is guaranteed diamond pick'ems. Well, you have my word. It's my guarantee. I promise. Okay. So
The
we're gonna
Peekers
start.
guarantee.
Peeker's guarantee. Peeker's guarantee. Exactly. Everything we say is factual and true, just like Semphis says. So. Start with the first game here. First game of the bracket, the easier side of the bracket, definitely. We start off with the first match, Ents versus Renegades. What do you think?
This has got to go to Ents. Renegades surprised the world once again, getting through the Legend stage, but Ents was on a tear. The thing is, Ents did have not the hardest route, but they did beat
Yeah.
Vitality, which is a legitimate BO3 victory.
Yep, for sure. Second best team in the world coming into the tournament. And although they rely heavily on Ziwu, I still think that it was a good win. It was a good win. If you want to make it through, you have to get those wins. And fortunately for them, now they've got Renegades in the quarterfinals. Not an easy opponent by any means. Everybody at this stage is going to be tough. But the way Ents has been playing through this whole major so far, I didn't expect it. Like sometimes it happens where a team that they know they're going to die at the end of the event, and they know that they're not going to be playing together anymore. Sometimes they play more loose, and it makes them actually play a little bit better. I thought because of Ence's style and what made them a good team, I didn't think that was going to necessarily work for them. But so far this tournament, they've been so good so far this tournament. So
Yeah, their CT side is actually the best in the entire tournament, and that's something I think a lot of people, including myself, kind of downplayed their CT ability because of the AUG nerf and how good a few of
yep,
their players were on that gun. But no, they still showed that they can get opening frags. They do really well. I mean, they do really well without the AUG all the time. And their T side actually was the strongest too. Like it's like they're firing
yeah,
on
it's
all
crazy.
cylinders right now.
Yeah,
It's
they
it's
they
actually
totally
so
are.
unexpected.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
totally are. So, okay, moving on. Vitality versus Vanguard. I am, these two games, it's kind of easy to just pick the favorites in these games. I will say a Vanguard does have a little bit more upset potential in this game, I think, than Renegades has against Ents, just because of the sort of the conflicting styles. CIS teams always just kind of have that weird thing about them. Like anybody who watches knows what I mean, where they kind of just pull these rounds out of nowhere. And Vitality, a team who relies really heavily on one player, could definitely be. Oh geez, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like Avangard can abuse some of the players on Vitality because they do have a ton of skill.
Yeah, I agree. I think that a Vanguard is like been a sleeper all tournament. I mean, I actually slotted them as my O3 after taking Navi or NIP out, which was a big mistake, obviously. But
Unlucky.
no, they came to impress. James is looking really solid. Sanji came up with a few massive rounds that I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know too much about Sanji, but he kind of impressed me from what I saw so far from a Vanguard too.
Yeah.
So
So although we are impressed with the Vanguard, honestly I think it's great they've got to this stage. Good for them.
yeah.
I do think this is where the run ends for them though, and Vitality going with the favorites. Vitality is going to win that series. Okay, now this is where it starts to get a little bit spicy here. We have Energy versus Navi. What are you thinking?
Man, this is like the closest one for sure. Or I think on betting
Hmm?
odds, it's the closest one
Is
right
it?
now. But or I don't know. Actually, maybe Astralis Liquid is closer. But
Yeah, it doesn't
okay,
matter.
back to the point.
Yeah, it doesn't
It's
matter.
just it's a really close game.
Yeah.
Um, I have to give it to Navi. Just actually, God. How about you go first? How about you go
Yeah,
first? I
dude,
gotta
I
think
don't
about it for
know,
just a
man. I don't
second
know.
longer.
I've been
Okay,
I've been thinking about
I
this
put
for
something down.
hours.
I put something down, but now I'm even like kind of
I
thinking
know.
myself out of it a little
Ever
bit.
since
But
ever since the matchups came up and I knew we were going to be making this video, I've been thinking the whole time. I'm like, oh my god, this Energy Navi game is just doing my head in. Like, I don't know, cause like my heart wants to pick Energy, and then Navi in playoffs always sort of steps up a bit. Simple
yeah.
is still the best player in the world. I know Ziwu has been going nuts, but Simple's still the best player in the world. You have to knock a guy like that off of the top, right? And nobody
I,
has.
Okay, I think my final pick is gonna be for Navi here because every time there's like a team that looks really well prepared, like they're super ready for this stage of the game. They showed up in the group stage. They just can't bring it together for the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think it happened with Complexity last, what was it, last
To be
major
fair, this
with
energy
Stanislav?
team is definitely a lot better
They're
than that
better.
complexity team was.
Yeah, they're better for sure. But Cirque was like a guy that kind of was like, is he good on LAN or not? Maybe the nerves are going to get to him now. He's been super impressive for
Yeah,
them,
so
and
far,
super
yeah.
impactful for them in the group stage and the new challengers, new legend stage. But is he going to still bring that level of performance, especially when he's against a guy like Simple in the server? So I might have to give it to Navi just by a hair, just by a hair
Yeah, I
here.
think it's really like a 51-49 kind of pick on this one. Like I think the main thing that's going to get Navi through is obviously the simple factor, but also how much experience they have in their lineup in comparison
Yeah.
to energy. Like there is energy players with a decent amount of experience, Stanislaw and Tarek, both really experienced players. That's going to help them for sure. If everybody's firing on all cylinders, there's definitely a world where they can beat Navi. It's not like Navi's way ahead of them as far as skill-wise. I think energy's ahead of Navi, but I think just going into it, the experience that Navi has, the fact that they have Simple on their team, I think Navi's just going to edge Energy, but this really is as close to a 50-50 as you can get, like for sure. Anybody, like there isn't a wrong pick here. There really isn't. Whichever you decide to go with on this one, there really isn't a wrong pick. We're going to go with Navi just because I think that they have a slight edge, especially in the experience column. But overall, this is a super, super tight game, and that's going to be one of the series to watch. So make sure, if you're going to make sure you watch a series, make sure you watch that one because it's going to be awesome for sure. All right,
Yeah, that is a series to watch.
I can't wait. All right, last series of the quarterfinals now. We have Astralis versus Liquid. Former world number one versus current world number one. Astralis has definitely looked more on form at this major than Liquid has, though.
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, they came out 3-1, Astralis beating NRG in a BO3. I mean, that's a team that Liquid lost to. So by the transitive property, you would assume that Astralis is the stronger team. But after it started getting to BO3s, Liquid has looked flawless. So, I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. I feel in
it's
their
been
in
tough, but
yeah, in that Mouse Sports BO3, they did go to
yeah.
overtime twice. Mouse Sports got super unlucky that they had to play against Liquid, to be fair. Like
Hmm.
that couldn't have gone any worse for them because Mouse Sports did deserve to go through here 100%. They played
Yeah, I'd
awesome
agree.
CS. Like you were talking about, even though that series was really close, it wasn't like Liquid was playing bad. Mouse Sports was playing really well across that whole series. And so I think Liquid really showed some resilience, especially in those games where they were behind and they had to come back and clawed into overtime. I think they played really well just across the board. And yeah, I this is a tough one. This is a tough one. I do think Liquid's gonna edge them though.
I'd agree. I think Liquid is currently the best team at this tournament. Even though they went 3-2, they also beat Crazy, who beat Astralis. So if we're going
Yeah,
back to the transitive property here,
yeah,
it's actually a pretty tie game. So
yeah,
I don't think you
yeah.
can really use that.
Well, and now that it's playoffs, like there's going to be no more messing around from Liquid. They're going to be coming in hot here. They do not want to let Astralis have any have anything in their mind that they've taken the crown back from Liquid. They do not want that to happen. I think Liquid's going to come out all guns blazing, and I think they're going to just they're going to take it to Astralis from the beginning of the game. They're going to take it to them. So I am going to go with Liquid to win this one as well.
Yeah,
And
I'd give actually the mental edge to Liquid as
I
well.
think so too.
In
Yeah, I
the
think they're in their
last
head.
couple, yeah, in the last couple or the last BO3 they played at Pro League finals, they edged them out, and they were pretty comfortable map victories too. It was one of them was Vertigo, which was like a crazy Liquid comeback, I'm pretty sure,
Hmm.
and the other was just Liquid just slapped Astralis on Inferno. It was 16-6, and it was just like that didn't ever feel particularly close
Yeah.
either. So
Okay, so now moving into the semifinals, Ents versus Vitality, top of the board. This is going to be a great game too.
yeah, it's hard to say. Again, like what's gonna happen. The thing is though that Ents already beat Vitality in a BO3 at
Right.
this tournament. So I know you said before the team that lost sometimes has the edge going into the second BO3. Do you think that's gonna be the case here?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I do. I think the team if you play a team once at a tournament and you play them in a best of three, and you go through all the vetoes and you use your tricks and you play them on the maps. Going into the second set of vetoes, going into the second series, I think the team that lost that first series gets a little bit of an edge going into that second one because whatever little things that you use to win the first series, they now know what to expect, and I think they can come in and they can change things up. And the other thing is that the team that won the series sort of falls into this like this little lull, like this false sense of security. Like we've already beat them once, just do it again and we'll beat them again, right? But the team that lost, they're changing shit up because they know that they've lost the first time and they're mixing things up. So it really depends on the team. I know ENCE is going to be a little bit weird tactically because of their whole in-game leader situation with Alexi B. But I do think Vitality is going to have the edge in this series. Like going into this second series, I really do think that Vitality is just gonna have a little bit of an advantage over ENCE.
Yeah, I think if they just do the vetoes differently, it could be a totally different game. You could see that on Nuke when Ensign and Vitality played each other. I actually felt like a lot of the time that skill-wise, Vitality was matching up to them. It's just that Zywoo had a bad game.
Yeah,
He actually only had 55 ADR in the game that they played earlier on Nuke. But like Alex went off, Apex did well, and BK did pretty solidly as well. RPK didn't really show up all too much, but like I feel like if just Zywoo plays up to his normal form, I think Vitality take that, and that was Ence's map pick. So if
yep.
Vitality do the vetoes just a little better, a little differently, and I agree that yeah, Ence might be kind of in a lull. They think that they've beaten these guys before. Are they gonna kick it up into another gear because Vitality is gonna bring that heat?
Yep.
So yeah, I would agree. I think Vitality is gonna take the BO3 here.
Boom, there they go. Vitality into the finals. Now again, another little spicy one. We got the Simple Derby and his old team versus current team. Navi versus Liquid. Tale as old as time, going back in history. Navi generally has the edge over Liquid historically, especially with Simple. Simple always goes off in this series. You know what he's like. He wants to destroy his old teammates.
Yeah, he does, but I just don't think it's enough.
I don't think so
Liquid on
either.
a good day is almost five simples. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so crazy. It's so crazy, and I think after taking down Astralis, I feel like Liquid they're not going to get comfortable like they did last major. Last
No.
major, they thought that they did pretty well, advancing through the quarterfinals to face Ents in the semis. But this time around, they're not going to take anything for granted. They've been there before. They are learning from their mistakes. They're going to smash Navi.
I think so too. I don't think it's going to be a close series. I'm going to be honest. I think Liquid's going to 2-0 them, and I think it's going to be fairly comfortable for Liquid. I don't think they have any fear playing against Navi. I think they're going to abuse Zeus because that's what a team like Liquid does. They have really good team play and they will abuse your weak links. And if the players on Navi don't step up, if the players outside of Simple don't step up, I don't think they have a chance, and I don't think those players are going to step up. So I think Liquid's going to steamroll them.
Yeah.
Now, the final, the big one, Team Liquid versus Vitality. Is this French CS's return to the top? Are they going to win this major, or is this going to be North America's second major win with Team Liquid and Team Liquid completely solidifying their era as one of the greatest CS teams of all time?
I think it is. I think North America is going to take it. I think Liquid are almost destined at this point to take it. If they make it through the quarterfinals, I think they're going to ride that confidence, beating Astralis, beating Navi, and Vitality. I mean, technically on the HLTV rankings, they're number two in the world right now, but I don't even think Liquid believes that. I think that they are probably feeling like their quarterfinals are going to be their hardest matchup, and they're just still going to continue with whatever they do were doing to Navi, whatever they did to Astralis, they're going to do it to Vitality.
I absolutely think so too. I think Vitality's going to come in that game and they're going to play well. I think they're going to have a lot of tactics. I think they're going to do things. They're going to know what to expect from Liquid, and none of it's going to be enough. I don't think it's going to be enough. I think Liquid has way too much skill. The only person on Vitality's team who can match up skill wise with anybody on Liquid is Ziwu. Everybody knows that. And I think, like you said, Liquid's going to be riding in on all that confidence they have on their little horse. I didn't even realize there was a pun in there somewhere because Liquid's logo is a horse, but I didn't think of it till after. But they're going to be coming in. They're going to be coming in hot. They've just, in of course, in our world we're creating right now, they've just destroyed Navi in the semifinals. They've beaten Astralis in the quarterfinals, their old nemesis, and they're coming into this finals now with a ton of confidence playing against the team who they know they're more skilled than. They're the better team. They should win this major. Liquid is going to win it all.
All right,
It's
yeah.
going to be amazing. And we need this to happen so that all those stupid people on Reddit can't be like, if Liquid doesn't win the major, then it's not even a real era. Astralis #1. No, this can't happen. We need Liquid to win this.
It
We
needs to
need it to
solidify
happen.
it.
Yes,
Yeah.
we need it to happen because otherwise there will be people that always say, "Oh, it doesn't matter if they won the Grand Slam as fast as possible. They didn't win the major." No. No. We need this to happen. We need Liquid to
Next
win.
major is in over half a year.
I know.
Like
That's what
they
I mean.
need
They
to
need
do
to
it
win this
now.
one. We
They
need the
need
please Liquid. Come on, boys. Come on. All right. Anyway, so this is the Pickems. Guaranteed, of course. Guaranteed 100% Diamond Pickems. If you do these, you will win. It's 100% Peakers guarantee. Semphis
money back
approved.
guarantee.
Yeah,
Money
money
back.
back. Exactly. Money back. Semphis approved. 100% guarantee. Actually, I think Semphis actually said Astralis was going to win this major, so I shouldn't say that because he's actually he thinks Astralis is going to win. So, anyways, this has been the Peakers Advantage crew again. Don't forget, check the description because we're going to have all social links in there. We have a Discord channel now. We've just relaunched the podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you go check out the Podbean. Do check out all the stuff in the description. It's going to be awesome. We have a ton of content coming your way. It's going to just keep on coming. It's going to keep on coming. We're not going away anytime soon. New episodes of the podcast coming out every single Saturday. We record it during the week at some point whenever we can get our guest on, and it'll be coming out every Saturday for you guys. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're following all the socials so you don't miss it. Thank you so much. See you next time.